The Thieves Lair. Aragorn, Gimli and Legolas have slipped beyond the ruined walls of an old fort. They have an opportunity to break their foothold, but their number is too great to completely overcome. Our heroes will need to locate and defeat the leader. A living silence hangs within the old stone walls. Apart from the sound of night and the crackle of small fires, there is no sign of defenders. As our heroes draw closer, the smell of too many people living too long in the wild surrounds them. Closing in on a single flickering light, they enter an inner courtyard. From the surrounding shadows steps a menacing form. Torch in hand, an orc shouts a warning. "We have guests! Defend the courtyard!" As the foes spring forward, our heroes grit their teeth. These orcs from Mount Gram and the armament of the thieves is beyond what they expected. A greater threat is at work here. Legolas, Gimli and Aragorn must find answers, and quickly, for they have but moments before the might of this company is awakened and brought to bear against them. Aragorn starts by discarding well provisioned, allowing him and another hero to scout too, choosing to prepare clever wits himself, and Legolas preparing keen eyes. Aragorn then moves up too and engages with the orc hunter. But even using the undying might he had previously prepared, his blow glances off the orc's armour. The orc, stumbling back, manages to regain his composure and draws the string back on its bow, firing a deadly arrow into Aragorn. Making an agility test to dive out of the way, Aragorn suffers 2 damage. Using keen eyes giving Legolas +1 range, he brings the orc marauder into his sights, unleashing a volley of arrows. With 2 successes and 1 fate, Legolas inflicts 5 damage onto the orc marauder. Legolas then lines up another shot, but unfortunately misses the orc marauder completely. And finally, discarding resourceful, Legolas gains 1 inspiration. Moving up 2, Gimli engages with the orc marauder and swinging his great battle axe, does 2 hits and applies the sunder keyword. Utilising his special ability, Gimli puts Restless the axe to the top of his deck. The orc thrashes back at Gimli, but using his ring mail, he's able to test his might and block 2 of the incoming fear from the orc, taking 1 damage. As Gimli has finished his turn in a bush, he tests wit and becomes hidden. It's now the shadow phase. The remaining hunter moves up 1 and releases a shaft towards Aragorn. Aragorn, testing his wisdom, manages to block both of the damage from the orc. However, the viscous liquid on the arrowhead causes 1 fear to Aragorn, meaning he can no longer prevent damage. Next then we're on to the rally phase, with all of our heroes scouting, Aragorn choosing to prepare lead the charge. Gimli uses an extra rations to get rid of 1 damage and then prepares desperate defence, and Legolas takes honed agility. Legolas, using his special ability, spends 1 inspiration to move 1 space. Then, using the extra range of keen eyes, pulls back his bow and lets loose a shaft against the orc. With 1 initial success, Legolas uses his honed agility, plus the extra 2 hits from keen strike to do 7 hits in total and taking out the orc. Legolas then turns to the orc marauder and releases another deathly volley. With 1 initial success and using an inspiration token to convert a fate card, he does 5 hits against the orc, killing it where it stands. He then tests wit to become hidden. Gimli moves up 2 and swings his battle axe into the chest of the orc hunter. With no successes, but 3 fates, Gimli uses his previously prepared time of need to convert all the fates into successes and ensure it is a killing blow. Aragorn moves 1, finding the chain that raises the portcullis, and testing his wit, attempts to unbalance the weights and break it. The chain snaps, shrieking and clattering as the mechanism shatters. Threat is decreased by 9. Aragorn then uses his last point of movement to move 1 space. It's the rally phase and time again for our heroes to scout. Aragorn takes well provisioned, Gimli takes fury, and Legolas prepares unyielding spirit. Gimli moves up 2 and finds the lean-to displays a strange symbol painted on its front. The foes had positioned themselves to defend this structure. Their leader is surely within. Readying his weapon, Gimli calls out a ringing challenge to whoever may be within. In response, there is a loud guttural laugh. Then an enormous scarred orc charges from within the lean-to. This is Gulgatar, the orc leader. He slashes at Gimli with a longsword, driving him back. The scarred orc bears a large tattoo on his blubberous arm, the same strange sigil that was painted on the tent. The symbol is an amalgamation of orc superiority and something foreign, or perhaps very old, like a twisted script of Wisternessy inscribed by an evil hand. Regardless, the reverence of all those around him mark this orc as their leader, and if defeated, the foes will surely flee. Legolas discards light-footed and uses 1 inspiration for his special ability to move 2. Legolas then takes aim and shoots into Gulgathor with 2 initial successes, discarding the hidden boon for 1 additional success, and using the fire pit to add pierce. He inflicts 7 wounds onto Gulgathor. Legolas then shoots again, but Gulgatar, aware of the elves' presence, deflects the incoming arrows. Aragorn, discarding well provisioned, allows Legolas to scout 2 and prepare immortality. He then moves up 1 to engage with Gulgatar. Drawing his blade, Aragorn strikes at Gulgatar, doing 2 initial successes and then using an inspiration token to convert a fate card for 7 hits in total. Gulgatar falls to his hands and knees, gasping for air and spitting dark, viscous blood. Aragorn steps forward to subdue him, but something in the orc's carriage gives him a moment's warning. In a flash, he lashes out and attempts to sweep Aragorn's legs from beneath him. Before Aragorn can even strike the ground, Gulgatar regains his feet and brings his massive fist down onto his chest. The impact of Aragorn's fall and the strike from Gulgatar land at the same moment. Aragorn suffers 3 face-down damage. Aragorn then discards lead the charge, giving himself 1 inspiration and allowing Legolas to make an additional attack. Legolas once again fires his great bow into Gulgatar with 1 success and using 1 inspiration token to convert to fate, plus the strike 2 abilities on both immortality and keen eyes. Legolas takes down Gulgatar. The enormous orc roars and looks in disbelief at the blood soaking his furs and armour. Ignoring what should be a mortal wound, he swings his blade in a wild arch. Then he turns and throws himself through a weak section of the old stone wall. It crumbles before him, and more orcs pour through to attack our heroes. Legolas, Aragorn and Gimli turn the bandit fortifications against the new arrivals, and they soon retreat, leaving their dead and dying behind. Gulgatar, however, is not among the casualties as they had hoped. In full retreat, our heroes surmise that the orc is headed north toward reinforcements or home. Wishing to find their task and granted no respite, they take but a moment's rest, then gather their gear and begin their hunt. Our heroes have defeated Gulgatar once, though they will need to face him again before their quest is complete. And there we are, another successful scenario for our Hunters 3. You saw there that each of the heroes received 4 additional experience. We'll see what they spend that on at the beginning of the next scenario. I've really enjoyed making these videos. It's a very, very different style of playthrough, and the comments and reactions I got to the first video were overwhelmingly positive, so thank you very much for all of your kind words and feedback. Right now, however, over 85% of people watching these videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if you could take a moment to hit that subscribe button, it makes sure you don't miss any of the future episodes, and it means that I know you guys are also enjoying this content as well. And with that, guys, it just leaves me to say, as always, stay well, keep safe, and until next time, bye for now.